My rich classmate said I'd be wiping butts for minimum wage forever, until I received a call that would change my life. I was 17, working as a caregiver for this sweet old Polish man for $12 an hour. His granddaughter Cindy walked in and immediately looked disgusted by my thrift store scrubs. She circled me like a predator and said, "I can smell the poverty from here." My face burned with shame as he shook his head at her, but I needed this job desperately. Mom's cancer treatments weren't going to pay for themselves, and the bills kept coming faster than I could earn. Looking at Cindy, I couldn't help feeling jealous. She was everything I wasn't. Designer clothes, perfect teeth, brand new Audi in the school parking lot. She treated her grandfather's $8 million fortune like her personal trust fund, showing up only for monthly cash grabs. Going to the same school as her made my life absolute hell. She'd point out my worn shoes in the hallways, mock my secondhand textbooks, tell everyone my mother was dying and we couldn't afford treatment. The second week, she caught me in the cafeteria with my free lunch tray. The flash of her phone camera made my stomach drop. My grandpa's ass wiper eating charity food. Some people are just born to serve. I hid in the bathroom stall, shaking as notification after notification lit up my cracked phone screen. Each comment felt like a knife twisting deeper. They mocked my clothes, my family, my future. Someone had zoomed in on the holes in my shoes, but I couldn't quit. We were 3 months behind on rent, and the eviction notice was already taped to our door. While Cindy only showed up monthly for money, I was there every single day. Her grandfather told me stories about immigrating from Poland, building his construction empire from nothing. He asked about my homework, noticed when I skipped lunch to save money, kept crackers in his nightstand just for me. He saw me as a person while his granddaughter saw me as entertainment. He saw me as a person while his granddaughter saw me as entertainment. She made fun of my weight from eating cheap food, my acne from stress, and my mother's illness, the way my hands shook when I counted my tips. Once, she knocked my leftover rice onto the floor and laughed as I cleaned it up on my knees, too hungry to care about dignity. After months of torture, I'd been accepted to nursing school. I was staring at the acceptance letter, knowing I could never afford it, when Cindy walked in. She saw my red eyes and smiled. "Face it, Lauren. You'll be wiping asses for minimum wage forever. It's what people like you do." She grabbed her monthly check and left. I locked myself in the employee bathroom and sobbed until I threw up. That night, her grandfather couldn't sleep. I was reading him Polish poetry when he suddenly asked, "Why are you doing this job, Lauren? A smart girl like you?" I tried to dodge, but he persisted with those kind eyes. Finally, I broke down. Mom's cancer, the bills crushing us, sleeping in our car last month, the nursing school acceptance I couldn't afford. "Your mother has cancer?" His voice cracked. "And you're here taking care of me instead of her?" I explained how this job let me send money home for her medications, how I studied for the SATs while he napped, how I'd been accepted to nursing school but would have to turn it down. Tears rolled down his weathered cheeks. Cindy visited today. First thing she asked was about my investment portfolio. His voice shook. "In 83 years, no one's ever just talked to me without checking their watch or my wallet, except you." He squeezed my hand. "I've been thinking about revising my will." I didn't think anything of it. I just kept showing up, bringing him pierogi from the Polish deli, holding his hand through the bad nights. I became the granddaughter he deserved while Cindy's visits disappeared once the check stopped. His last words broke my heart. "Thank you for seeing me as a person, not a payday." At his funeral, I sat in the back wearing my roommate's black dress. Cindy's family filled the front rows, already dividing his assets. I slipped out quietly to start my shift at my second job. A week later, I was scrubbing toilets when my phone rang. The lawyer insisted I come immediately. I arrived in work clothes to find Cindy's family in chaos. Cindy's face twisted. "Why is the toilet cleaner here?" The lawyer began reading. "To my granddaughter Cindy, who saw me as an ATM, I leave nothing of substance." Cindy shrieked. He continued. "To Lauren, who showed me kindness without expectation, I leave payment for her mother's cancer treatment and full nursing education." My knees buckled. Cindy lunged at me. "You manipulated him. You're nothing but a toilet cleaner." Additionally, the remaining $7 million establishes a foundation for elder care, with Lauren as director after nursing school. "She's just the help," Cindy screamed. The lawyer showed a video. Her grandfather smiled on screen. "Cindy, you said Lauren would wipe asses forever. Wrong. She'll heal with compassion. You'll be getting a job." I walked out in my dirty clothes. No longer the girl who cleaned toilets to survive. Mom would get treatment. I'd become a nurse. Cindy's scream echoed behind me. This isn't over, but it was.